Hi there everyone, I am so excited to see you here again on my channel. Welcome back for another video. Today we're doing something really spicy, and this is going to be my favorite makeup so far this season because it's pumpkin spice latte makeup, blah blah blah. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of all of these names for makeups, but I am such a big fan of this one in particular. I love my pumpkin spice latte. This season is my favorite one because first of all, I was born in fall and I just feel like this is my season. I feel very cozy, I feel very homey, and I feel like a lot of people feel that way. I love a cozy season. I'm not a big fan of winter though, and just I don't like the cold, but I love the breeze. I love how nice and fresh and crisp it is in November, October. Yeah. But I'm so excited to make this video because it's going to be really nice and glowy. I love a good dewy makeup. My inspiration would be a little bit more on brownier sides, maybe a little bit of orange and a brown lip like I always do. I'm probably going to add in some orange slash like reddish blush. This will be like a sunset blush almost colors. Otherwise I will keep it mostly the same, probably just spice it up a little bit with a little bit of glitter, and I'm just so excited. I feel like it's going to be really cute. I know you're probably asking, girl, you're blonde. I am blonde. I'm a little more blonder now. I feel like this is a good color than what I had before. Yes, that one was making me look a little bit older. This one is good. Like, I think I just go for like another more session just so that I could stay away from like the dark hairs and a little bit touch up on my roots. But other than that, it's just a little bit of a process to get into like blonde hair. But I do want to go into my blonde era just for a little bit because I just want to know how it feels. I've been brunette for the longest. I mean forever. But I just want to feel blonde, you know? I always dreamed of being a little bit of blonde, so let me live a little bit of my dream. My hair is still healthy. I'm really obsessed on how it came out. Like, it's super duper healthy. It's really strong. I have been curling it with a silk curler using less heat. It's doing really great. This is, I would say, approximately day 3. I need to wash my hair, but it's still looking good. Like, it's still not greasy at all. It's looking fresh and I'm here for it, and I'm going to let it breathe just a little bit because it's been going through rounds and rounds of bleach. I know you guys probably already tired of me talking, but I just want to get that out for you so that you know what we're doing today. Basically, for the base makeup, we're going to use the products that I've used before. We're really familiar with them, and others we're just trying out and see what works. But yeah, let's finally get started to the video. All right, and also I want to mention that my goal for this makeup in particular is not to go really glam. I want to go ahead and just make it really nice and wearable. So my inspo pick will be around here. This is the perfect representation of what I'm trying to do. This is like what I'm trying to do with the pumpkin spice. It's very nice, soft, and it's also very elegant. I love elegant makeup, and this is just the definition of elegance. I do have my iced coffee here. I don't add any milk as of right now, and I just have 2 espresso shots with pumpkin spice syrup that I've actually made. If you need a recipe, I will be posting them on Instagram, so don't forget to subscribe to me on there, but I'll be posting them on my story. So I have my coffee here and we're ready to go. I'll go ahead and start with prep. I'm just going to put my hair around my ears. I don't want to clip them today. I'm going to keep my hair away from face as of right now. I want to go ahead with the Milk Hydro Grip. I have the mini one and I have been loving it, and I don't want to love it because I don't want to get the full bottle. I'm just gonna go with E.L.F because it's very similar and it doesn't cost that much. It works really well. It's a little bit more on the liquidy side than the E.L.F one, but still really good. Super sticky. Then I'll go ahead with the Innisfree sunscreen, and this is the Daily UV Defense SPF. Just a little bit, like usually do 2-finger rule. And this is about much the product. I have already prepped my face earlier, but this is just the finishing touches. I don't want to do too much for the prep. I do just want to keep it really nice and hydrated, but I do want to say that the order of the makeup that you do is so important so that it doesn't become cakey or it doesn't stay like really peeling or any piling is happening. So make sure you order it correctly. The sunscreen should always go last, just take my word for it, otherwise your makeup will be peeling really bad. I have been a victim of that for so many years, and I couldn't figure out until like this year when I started getting into real makeup and I'd taken courses, and the courses have been really helpful. For my prep today, I will go ahead with the E.L.F. I have been trying out the Charlotte Tilbury filter and it's been really good. And I realized it's very similar to the one I'm using right now. So we'll see how that works, but it's just like really similar and it's a lot more cheaper. But that one is a little bit more, of course, like glowier, more luxe, if you know what I mean, but it's still on the same page. This one is a lot more like on the orangey side, while that one is more like fair. Maybe I got the wrong shade. We'll see if there are any other shades for E.L.F. because I haven't seen it. And I'll get that one because this one is a little bit orange, but it still does match my makeup. It's very transparent. It doesn't have barely any tint. It just works as a dewy glow underneath your makeup. Okay, so the first base is down. We're going to go ahead with the Luminous Silk Armani Perfect Glow Flawless Foundation. I have the shade 3.8 and I'll be using my Oki brush to apply all of it. It just applies really well. This one in particular is the number PIV01 foundation brush. Alright, making sure everything is nicely blended. We're just going to go over with the brush again, and that's going to be pretty much it with our base. We'll now continue with a concealer. Today I'll be using a Kosas concealer. This is shade 03W, I think it's called. Yeah, 03W, and I'll just be adding it right under my eye right here in like a triangle, upside down triangle like form, as you can see here. This shade matches my skin color really well. This is usually what I go for. I don't try to go really overload with brightening, just because I feel like it just looks a little bit more better in my opinion. That's a life hack for you if you guys want to have that even tone and that no makeup look. Try to get the concealer and the foundation or just everything to match with your color the most. This way just it looks a lot more organic and you know, it just looks a little bit more natural. I'll now go ahead with a beauty blender and I will just stretch out this concealer over to the top to conceal the under eyes and not make sure that it creases. Like it won't crease that way because we're stretching it towards the top. And I'm using a dry beauty blender. Here we go. This is the base that we're working with. Now I want to go ahead and contour and also add in some blush. Today we have a few products that I will be adding on again. I have been using them for a while now. This one is Sculpt Tape Contour by Tarte, and I'll just add like a few dots around my cheek area and my nose. This one will work mostly as the contour. This one is a cool tone. Usually cool tones are better for the contours, while the bronzer shade, it's like more reddish or orange shades, are working more as like a bronzing effect rather than contouring. It's just gonna add in some color, while contouring is going to shape up your face. I was about to say lips. And next I will go ahead with Makeup by Mario. This is a medium. This is a contour stick because it is a cooler tone as well. And I'll just add it on there because it is a little bit more darker and I just want to snatch my face a little bit more. I'll add it also onto the forehead and my chin area. Now this is PIV04 and we're just going to go in. You see how I mostly just blended right at the cheekbone, and then I'm going to drag the color or the pigment towards the center of my face. This way it will just fade out a lot more. It just looks a little more effortless. I love the faded look just because it looks a lot more blended. I don't like to have too much makeup at the center because I like to add in my like blush contours right at my nose. And while the contour will just bring in a little bit more color to the edges of my face and bring in shape and just like elongate it a little bit, you know, get my round face sculpted. You know, there are a lot of times where I would forget to do my chin and I would go to school or like work without blending my chin. That would be the funniest thing ever. One day I went out. It was really early in the morning. I don't know if I told you guys, but I was a nurse and I woke up really early to go to work, and I was baking my face. I just wanted to set my makeup in so that it was really good to go. I was baking my face and it was like really early in the morning, and I decided that I would forget. Well, I didn't decide. I literally forgot that I had baking on, just like ran out of the house. Thank God I had a car that I was driving, because if I would have get on transportation and looked at this silly, I don't know what I've done. So I literally came out and I saw my neighbor. She was walking her dog. She does it really early. She looks at me like, good morning. Like she pretended like everything was okay. Like, lady, you could have helped me out right there. I mean, it's New York, you know, like people be weird sometimes, but I know what she was thinking. So I was like, regular good morning. I was smiling, really happy. I probably looked like a psycho, and I was looking at her, and then I went into my car. It's parked right on the driveway, and I go in and I'm like turning on the car while it's heating up. I'm looking at myself in the mirror, just checking myself, and I see that there's baking powder all over my face. I was really mad, sad, everything you could think of that time. That was no good. So you guys, don't forget your baking powder, or you're gonna look like a psycho, or you're gonna look like you are doing drugs. Because I literally had baking powder under my eyes, under my nose, and my chin, because usually that's where I get the most shine. Looked crazy, absolutely crazy. Right now I'm going to go ahead with the Tilbury pressed powder just to go over my under eyes and then set in my contour that we just did. I will go ahead and set my nose as well. We're good. Now I want to go ahead and add in this pretty peach orangey blush. You guys, it's so pretty, gorgeous. I literally love this one so much. I've been using it for a while. Like here and there I would add it as like a finishing touch. Right now I just want to add in the blush so that I have color in my face, and I'm more excited to do the eye makeup. Just look how pretty this is. So subtle, really pretty. I love pigments. All right, this little bit of a hack. I have my nose contour brush by Oki. I will be taking a little bit of blush and I'll go ahead and add a few strokes over to the tip of my nose. This will give that cold vibes, you know. I love those vibes. I don't know why. Just gives me a really cute nose. First of all, I have a really nice and thick nose. This just gives me an illusion that I have a smaller nose. I know a lot of people hate it, but you know, I kind of like it, and it makes me feel cuter. All right, the blush is on. I'm gonna go ahead and add in just a little bit of bronzer just so that it gives me a little bit more color. I will go ahead with a Dewy bronzer from Ofra. This is River. I want to use a little bit of that highlight over here. This is more of like that bronzer highlight. It's a little bit too dark. I just want to use it just so that it bronzes up my face a little bit more, because it is full makeup, baby. It's pumpkin spice makeup. All right, you guys, we're ready now for the eye makeup. I'm going to go ahead with the Urban Decay. This is the eye primer. I said that I was going to add the gray kind of by Chantel, so I want to go ahead with something a little bit more warm. As my base, I'll go ahead to the Prada palette. This is the Dimensions palette, and I'll go ahead with this middle shade. This will be the perfect orange base color, and I'll just add it over to the whole lid that I have here. Do we see how pretty this shade is? It's really nice and beautiful for that bronzed up pumpkin spice makeup. All right, now this is actually the Naked Urban Decay palette brush, and I'll take the smaller portion of it and I'll do the same shade, and I'll go ahead and add it onto the bottom of my lid. This is just to bring that warmth over to the lower lash line as well, just because I want everything to go with the flow. and I don't want the eye makeup to detach, so we'll make sure to add in that same shade so that it looks all cohesive together. I just feel like whenever I do that, the whole eye makeup look looks so much different, and I learned this trick a little bit earlier, and I feel like it's a really good touch to the routine, and I feel like it just brings a lot more flow. It just makes a little more sense now. There we go. Now we're gonna open up our favorite palette. This is the Naked palette, and I'll go ahead with the Panna. This is right here. On camera, for some reason, it does come out a little bit more paler. On camera, it does come out a little bit more paler, but it is quite orange, so we'll see how that comes up on the eye. I've tried this one before. Oh, it is quite pale. It is a little bit lighter than the shade we have just used, so I may not be able to use it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead with the Sandstone right here. We'll see how this one works. Okay, this one just a little bit more darker, but it is a little bit more on the brown side, but it still works. We'll just go ahead and blend that one out, and we'll take another shade because I do want to focus more on orangier sides of the shades. But this one still works really fine. It's a really pretty shade as well. I'll take the same shade and I'll go ahead on the lower lid like I did before with the other shade. This will just bring the flow in together. By the way, I'm not bringing in the color over to the full eyelid or to the inner corner. I'm just leaving it at the center, but making sure it all blends in, so that is very, very important as well. Sometimes I do like to keep my eyes open for when I put in the color because I do have a hooded eye. It just keeps me the color a little bit more pigmented because I know what I'm putting and where I'm putting it, if it needs more, and so on. This is just a little hack for you all with them hooded eyes. It'd be hard sometimes, I completely understand. Always keep a fluffy brush to blend everything out. As you can see, sometimes we could have really rough lines. I just want to make sure that we have nice and smooth out blended eyeshadows. We don't want to have shadows that are having rough cuts, and unless you're doing a cut crease, but this is the most important part about eyeshadows. You just have to make sure they're really nice and blended out. That is something that I have actually learned the hard way. I just want to add in a little bit of a red pigment. This base with the orangey colors is beautiful. I love how nice and golden it is, but I do want to add just a little bit more pumpkin spice pigments. So I want to go ahead with this one right here from the Prada. This one has no name, so I'm really sorry about that. I'm trying my best to see how it's called, but I couldn't find the names of it. So I'll take a pencil style brush like this one is going to be okay, and I'll go ahead and just take a little bit of that pigment. This is a really good pigment which could build up. It doesn't have too much color on it, so it's really easy to work with. I like that one as well, especially because of that reason. Alright, so I've actually stopped recording and I grabbed two of the palettes that I think would be really good. I just feel like I don't have enough orange. It is really pretty, but I just feel like I don't have enough orange pigment onto my lids. So I got two palettes here. I have OPV Beauty London and I have Hip Dot. I love both of these palettes. They're the most beautiful palettes ever. I have used this one the most. Let me just show you the orange shades that they have here. First of all, how gorgeous this palette is, you guys. Beautiful. This is the orange shade that I'm thinking about mixing in with this one as a little bit of a base. I'm so sorry, it's a little dusty, but that is a pretty color. And I have one shade here which is called Heart. Really pretty color as well, and I love this glitter. This is a pretty pumpkin glitter. We'll take a little bit of the Bedrock and we'll just add it into the eyelid. We'll just make sure everything is nice and smooth. Do you see the pigment already? Like, it's already a lot more orange the way I want it to be than what it was before. It was a little bit too brown last time. All right, now we're adding in the ojos. And I'll just add it mostly to the outer corner, and I'll take a fluffier brush and then go ahead and blend everything out. just so that there's no harsh lines or harsh endings. Now I'll take a smaller brush and I'll go ahead with the Bedrock and go under. Then I'll take Ojo's and do the same thing, like right out the corner. Obsessed. I am obsessed. I love that so much right now. I'll do the same thing on the other side and I'll be right back for glitter. Here is the eye makeup right now. You guys, I think it's one of my favorite ones I have done so far on YouTube. Usually I'm really blessed to have the pretty eye makeup without recording it, really, because whenever I click record, my makeup just goes downhill. But today, I think I'm getting up my makeup game and I'm obsessed. Alright, we'll see how it looks with a little bit of glitter because I am planning to add in just a little bit on to the eyelid. I'll take my glitter brush and I'll go back to the OPV London. This one is what has caught my eye. I'll just swatch it for you. Do you see how golden and pretty this is? And it's orange, so I think it will be really pretty, but I'm scared. Let's see how that works. I'll just add like a few. Oh, it's pretty. It's so pretty. So what I'm going to do is add it into the inner corner and then I'll just tap in the rest of the glitter onto the rest of the eyelid so it looks nice and shiny, but it's not overpowering with glitter. You know what I mean? And I'll do the same thing on the bottom lash line. All right, now I'll go ahead and go back to the golden palette from Natasha Denona. And I will be taking a smaller pencil brush and I'll go with this Aura shade and add it into the inner corner just to give that nice pop to the eye. I feel like sometimes it just makes the biggest difference. Alright, you guys, I think I am done with the eyeshadow work. I'll go ahead and add in my favorite mascara. Now I want to go ahead with the Ardell lashes. These are half lashes and they look super duper cute. I'm going to go ahead and add in these ones in the middle here just because I feel like they're a little bit more elongated at the ends. It will give me more of a foxy eye, which I'm actually going for because I don't know, orange, you know, fox kind of relate to it. So I'm gonna put those on real fast. This is how it looks like. I have added some glue on it. Now I'll be adding it to the under of my lashes while it dries. We'll see how that looks. I do want to mention that I also want to add in this beautiful brown mascara onto the bottom of my lips. Why is it always my lips? Okay, I'm gonna add it over to the bottom of my lashes and I love how curled this one is. You see how beautiful? It's tiny and it's beautiful and it's so easy to use onto the lower lashes. Let me go ahead and add those in. Super duper easy. I just like to do like one stroke at a time. Very lightly, like I don't touch the lashes, barely touching them. This one is waterproof and it stays there, let me tell you, and it's really great for the lower lashes in particular. I'm just going to now angle my lashes to the side. I just like it that way a little bit more while focusing more on to the edges of my eyes rather than the center because otherwise it's gonna look a little bit like a spider. I do have lower lashes that are pretty long, so this helps a little. I am obsessed and I think I nailed that pumpkin spice latte eye look. This is perfect because it has a little bit of glitter onto lids as well. You see how pretty it like shines. Gorgeous. I love it so much. It's not looking that bad with my new blonde hair. I know, I'm still getting used to it. My roots are still quite dark, but it does take a little process, like I said, to get into that blonde. But most of my ends are blonde and I'm obsessed. I think it looks nice with my skin tone. I think I want to be blonde for at least a year. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead with our freckles because I really need my freckles. I think it's going to be the point of this makeup look. I want to go ahead with a She Glam. This is one that I use a lot. This one is a washable, so it doesn't like tint your skin. So I'll be taking them out and I'll just draw tiny dots. Do like a slight contour as well. For the people who have freckles, I'm going to now take some and blend it so that it looks a little bit more natural. I love freckles so much. I just want to add a little bit of shine to my face. So what I'm going to do is I'll take this one. No. I'm just gonna go back to the MAC Pearl Double Gleam Extra Dimension Skin Finish. This is a kind of a highlighter. It is usually just for like a finish, but I like to use it as a highlighter. I'm just gonna add like a generous amount onto my nose. This just gives the most prettiest, like the most natural glow. I'll also go ahead and add it to the bridge of my nose as well. I'm going to also add it over to my cheekbones. I know the look is not complete without the lips. I'm so excited to do the lips. I love it so much. I think it's the most beautiful highlighter, the most natural looking highlighter I've ever tried. We are starting off with bare lips. I have a few new pencils that I wanna show you guys. This is NYX Coffee. You guys, this shade is so pretty. I think it's beautiful for this look as well. We're gonna use that as our base, and then I will want to go with either one. I think this one is really pretty. This is OPV London Dewy Gloss. This is a really pretty bronzy color as well. Look how pretty that shimmer is. And this is by Armani Beauty. This is also a really nice peach color. This is in shade 03 Prismaglass Gloss. I think I'm gonna go with this one. I want to give this one a try later on, but I feel like this one just will look a little bit more subtle and a little bit more pinky. I've used this one a lot and I like how this one looks. Let's put on the lip liner and I'll put it on as I usually do. Fill it in. Look how pretty this shade is. It doesn't look like it's a color coffee, obviously, but it is a pretty shade. This is not the color that I expected initially before, that I am already used to it. And I got two of them. I don't know why I got two of the same colors. What's wrong with me? And we'll go ahead with the Prisma. Goes on like butter. So pretty. All right, that is pretty much it. Let me zoom you out and show you the final result. Alright you guys, this is my pumpkin spice latte makeup. I am absolutely obsessed. It's super duper gorgeous. I feel like it could match a lot of people. I feel like orange is the new color of this season and I think you should be trying it out because we had a lot of people wearing red. We had a lot of people wearing like brown tones. Let's try orange because this is absolutely gorgeous. It gives a lot of pop into my eyes. I love it and I think you should give it a try as well. Okay, before we go, I do want to highlight a comment that I have noticed and I want to answer the question as well. This is one of the comments from my recent videos, so if you want to be featured as well on the end of the video, don't forget to comment because I like to do that. This is a new thing that I like to do. I will be highlighting your comment and answering a question if you have. So I don't have too many comments, but I do have a few, so I do want to go ahead and share them out in my videos. If you like your comments to be highlighted, make sure you comment like I said. I love your content. I've never seen vlogs which showed with wonderful skincare routine. Thank you so much, by the way. I try really hard to bring a little bit of a variation into my videos. Good luck with your career. Thank you so much. I have a question. Have you used Glam products? Obviously I have. In this video I have used at least one of the products. I love Glam. It's a really nice affordable makeup and it's good makeup. Like I have a few products that I really enjoy, like the pressed powder that I use a lot. I want to get on to trying a lot more. I have worked with them prior. I've actually created a video for them on their website. You could also check them out. I've been trying out their Powerpuff Girls makeup and it's pretty good. Like if I'm honest, it's really good. So I will be trying a lot more. I will be ordering. If you are interested into that, I will be featuring them more often. If you would be interested in just seeing how they work, how they apply, and in general. Thank you so much for commenting, Muhabbat. I am so pleased that you watch my videos and I'm so happy that you like them. I will be seeing you all on to my next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Don't miss out on any videos, so don't forget to turn on the notifications on. I love you guys and I hope you have a good one. Goodbye.